Hey cuties, Peachy here. Welcome back to a new video. In this video, I'll be reviewing something once again. Haven't reviewed something in a very long time, and I have a new setup, so yeah, my hands are the spotlight now. But we're not gonna look at that. We're gonna look at all of the new Disney Princess Hasbro Royal Shimmer dolls. That's right. This is happening. Mind you, I'm not crazy. I'm not gonna try attempting opening all of these dolls up in one video. So what I did is I sorted them into batches of 4, which you can kind of see right here. What we're gonna do is, this is gonna be a three-part series. And in every video, I'm gonna be opening up 4 dolls. Like in this video, I'm gonna be opening up these 4. In the next one, I'll be opening up these. In the last one, I'll be opening up all of these, because every batch has significance, because this batch is all the 4 dolls that are part of the golden era. These are part of the Renaissance era, and these are all a part of the modern new age era. I'll get more into it as every video kind of comes out. Yeah, that's why I kind of sorted them into these groups, because it makes sense. And technically, Miss Ariel here is not part of the golden age, because she came after. She came 30 years after. But as you can see, if I were to do this, we would have 5 dolls in one video and only 3 dolls in this video. So that's kind of unfair. So I decided to put her in the golden age, even though she is not meant to be in a golden age. So now let's get these girls out of the way, because I'm gonna be unboxing these in the next upcoming videos. So if you aren't subscribed already, considering subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you get updated when I do post those reviews. But for now, let's get into these 4 original girls. First up, I do want to quickly explain some things. These are not collector dolls. These are not, you know, any quality dolls by any means. I just got them as a Christmas present from my dear mom. If you're watching this, thank you. I love you. She went to the troubles of getting these for me. And we were missing Moana, and she got her at last for me as well. So these are not expensive. I mean, here they are kind of expensive for what you're getting technically, but these are 10-15 bucks in the US. Here they costed around 16 to 20 bucks. We got them at different stores, so the prices had changed a little bit. These dolls are part of the Hasbro revamped Disney Princess line, as you can see. All of these dolls come in a packaging that's not very, it's just a plastic box, you know, and the thing that really kind of mesmerized me is the simplicity, and also those royal tops right there. Those are the highlight for me. And I just love how cohesive they all look, and I do love that. So that's why I wanted them, and now I have them. So that was a little bit of backstory. Now we're gonna get into the first princess to ever have existed, Miss Snow White. Here. So Snow White, her movie Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs came out in 1937. That was a long time ago. She was the first Disney princess ever, and she is the youngest at the age of 14. And here is her box. Again, it's a very simple box. Every box at the back has a little bit of story for each Disney princess, respectively. The fairest of all, Snow White, is caring, sweet, and kind. I do love all these images that we have right here. The little bunny, and of course, lots to collect. And we do have them all, because I'm a crazy person. So let's get her out of the box. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to, I don't know, I have no, okay, here. Okay, what am I doing? Okay. I feel kind of under pressure right now, because I'm trying really hard for this video to be good, and so I'm trying not to make mistakes. But here we go, and here she is, still on the cardboard. Just want to quickly give you a little, little rundown of what she looks like in the box. Let me quickly get her out. By the way, first thoughts, she feels very nice. Like, I thought she'd be cheap, like she'd feel like, you know, cheap, but actually I'm surprised she does not feel cheap at all. Like, not too much. Like, we'll get to her skirt, but yeah, if you can hear that, that's basically paper. That's the one thing I wish they would have changed about her and all the other ones. So here is Snow White up close for y'all. Again, first impressions. I don't think she's actually that cheap. Like, okay, this is hollow probably, but these hands, they feel really nice and sturdy. Like, it is very obvious that these dolls are meant for like play, but even though they are meant for play and these are like playline, like budget dolls, I still really like them. Like, they look very cute. So here's her face up. Sorry, I keep talking so much. I think it's really pretty. I don't think it captures Snow White too perfectly. Like, they're cousins. They could be cousins, definitely. But I think it's close enough. And I do wish they had given her a bow instead of a crown. And I think they have done that in a past series. They all have the same name, Royal Shimmer, but they always change it up, the designs and everything. I do wish they would have kept her with the bow just because it's more her, you know? It is more her. But her crown is really detailed, actually. It has an apple right here, some sparkles embedded. I am not going to be removing these little tags because we all know it's just gonna go missing, and we don't want that, do we? She has some painted sleeves here in blue and some little red droplets. They're like little cutouts, I think, on every side. And then her, well, basically the centerpiece of every doll here is this really shimmery top, as you can see. I hope it's focusing. It's a really shimmery top. It's in this really nice deep blue color. It has some painted details right here and an apple logo, a little apple emblem right here in red. Last look at her back. Here it is. Super pretty. And again, this top is just a highlight. Yes, it is. And her skirt is very basic. Again, it's not like high quality or anything. Please focus. I was scared the glitter was gonna be very, you know, it was gonna fall off, but it's not falling off that easily. So I'm happy for that. Like, I don't have any glitter on my fingers. Her skirt is separable, and here she is just with her molded on top. I do like the color of the skirt at least. And her shoes, they are translucent little sparkly yellow, very light yellow heels with little bows on top. Quick trivia. She is the first and only Disney princess to have her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Can y'all believe that? This queen right here. Yes, you, Misty, have your own Star of Fame. That is crazy. And she's not the only animated fictional character to get one. Snoopy, Shrek, yes, even Shrek. Also Bugs Bunny. Like, there's some characters who have gotten their own stars, but I think it's really interesting that she is still the only Disney princess to have her own star. Now let's move on to the next one. And here is Cinderella up next. Her movie came out in 1950, and she was Walt Disney's favorite princess. Here's her box from top to bottom. Again, the only thing that changes is the artwork. And then the text. Gracious, courageous, and always kind, Cinderella makes all her dreams come true. And here's her artwork. And again, I love the little artwork here. Now let's get her out of the box. Here is Cinderella really quickly in her cardboard still. Let's snip her out to freedom. She is so pretty. Okay, here is her face up close. Her printing is very nice, not too much makeup. I don't think any of the princesses here have a lot of makeup on. It's very dainty, very decent. Her lips are a faint little baby pink color. She has a little bit of blush. And she does have the new updated hairdo where it's like side bangs instead of like the big poofy bangs. She does come with her own little crown. It has a little heart up top. It's in a light blue sparkly plastic. She does have her bun. It is not gelled actually. And also Snow White's hair is also not gelled. Like it's actually very, you could actually play with it. So I'm really surprised by that. It is put in a bun. I do think it's a little cheap mistake because they just literally cut the hair, and I do wish they would have done that better. But the bun itself is very nice, and I do wish she came with her black choker. Here is her top and her sleeves. I love her sleeves. They feel so nice. They are in a light blue, and then her little centerpiece here with the gem is also in a very shimmery light blue. She has some painted details right here, some sparkle effects. She also has a little heart emblem right here, and these are not buttons, if anyone was wondering. They do not light up. If they did light up, they would market that into the packaging, which they don't, so they don't light up. So right away, the articulation is very basic. She has articulation at the head, at the arms, up and down. She cannot move them sideways, and then her legs she can move also up and down, but not like, she cannot move them sideways. So that is the articulation for all of these princesses. Oh girl, sorry. And I love the little like molding here as well. The detailing is actually really nice. Like it's not painted, it's not gem, it's not the gem style like here, unfortunately, but it's still very nicely done. They didn't have to do that, but they did, and that's really cute. And then moving down, she does also have a little bit of extra layer on her skirt. You'll notice that on some of these princesses, they have a second extra tulle layer of fabric over her basic skirt. It's not a lot, like it's just an extra piece of fabric, but it does add a certain je ne sais quoi. Don't you agree? Her sparkles here are in blue instead of yellow with Snow White, and they are not coming out that easily. I mean, a little bit, but they're not on my fingers, so I'm okay. Let's look at her heels. I'm really glad they gave her actual heels, because she is the girl that actually has to have heels in her movie. That's a very important thing in her movie that happens, and I do love how translucent and silver they are. Not silver, but they just match her dress very nicely. She has some bows, I think. Are those bows? Yes. And I just love it. They're translucent and glittery. And she doesn't lose her shoe just only once in her movie. She actually loses it 3 times. She loses it once at the beginning of the movie when she's delivering breakfast to her stepsisters and stepmother. And then she loses her shoe a second time when she's actually at the ball. And the last time at her wedding. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, so this was Cinderella, and she is so cute. Now let's move on to Aurora. Here is Miss Sleeping Beauty herself. Her movie of the same name came out in 1959, and her whole movie, she only has 18 lines of dialogue and 18 minutes of screen presence, honey. That is not a lot. But here is her box, and here it says, Sleeping Beauty's grace and positive nature enchant all she meets. Again, the artwork is super cute. And now let's get her out of the box, shall we? Now, Sleeping Beauty was always my favorite just because she has pink, and I love pink. Oops. And well, it's as simple as that, really. I just really liked her because she had pink, and that's the only reason. So Ariel also had a pink dress, but I wasn't as enamored with Ariel at the time, just because, I don't know, I didn't like the pink with the red hair. But that is just my personal opinion. Aurora, she is just such a graceful princess. In general, these first princesses were really not, they didn't have much personality per se. Like, they were very dainty, very warm-hearted, you know. They were very passive, is what I'm saying. And as we can tell, a clear difference in modern new princesses that had changed. So I'm really glad that they actually have personalities now, and not that they're just kind or, you know, graceful, because that's nice and all, but you know, she deserves more. And she's also the only princess to have purple eyes. Isn't that so cute? A little quick look at her in the little cardboard piece, and now let's snip her out to freedom. And here is Princess Aurora in the flesh, and here's a close-up at her face. She again has not much makeup on, some pink lips, some blush. I do love what they did with her bangs. They're very simple, but at least they didn't try to do the impossible and give her like those little curly bangs at the front. I can appreciate that. Her crown is gold. It is molded differently as well, just like her in movie crown is molded, inspired by that same shape. Her hair is not very thickly rooted. Like, it's rooted enough, you know? Like, if you go looking for it, you will see the bold spots, but I don't mind. I think it's cute. It's curled nicely. I'm gonna need to give her some TLC, because it doesn't have much shape of its own right now. It's just a mess, but I don't mind. She's beautiful to me. And here is her top. She has those iconic sharp little pointy sleeves. Yeah, I love the molding. I know molding is not something a lot of people like on a doll, like the top or the sleeves. Personally, I think it looks okay. If it looks okay, I can respect it, you know? And she does look cute. It looks like in movies, so I can respect that. Her centerpiece here is so sparkly. I love how it shimmers. She also has some painted details here in light pink, and she has a little crown emblem in gold here. Her back is also nice. You can actually see some like corseting here, like going up and down. Really nice, actually. And then her skirt, she also has one of these extra layers of fabric. Her dress is the same fabric as the other ones. Very, you know, but I don't mind. I don't care. It's not that I bought her. I didn't buy her because I was loving her dress. But yeah, her sparkles are pink and gold, and her shoes are also in a heeled position. I love her shoes. Wow. And she has little roses at the tip. That's so pretty. And they are also translucent and sparkly. And she's actually the last Disney princess that came out before Walt Disney died. That's so sad, because we have gotten some really awesome Disney princesses in modern era now, so that's really sad he didn't get to see them, but love her. And now let's move on to our last girl, Miss Ariel. Lastly, here is Princess Ariel. Her movie, The Little Mermaid, came out in 1989, and she was actually, like, her face was actually inspired by actress Alyssa Milano's likeness of which she was when she was a child. So that's really cute. Like, her face really reminds me of like a childlike expression, so that's really interesting that they actually purposefully got inspired by Alyssa Milano's face when she was younger. So that's really cool. Now, her box says, free-spirited Ariel explores the world above the waves on her journey to fulfill her dreams. Again, super cute. But yeah, let's get her unboxed. Something very interesting and shocking that I found out is that her iconic song at the start of the movie, Part of Your World, I'm not gonna sing it because copyright and I cannot sing. It was almost cut from the movie. Like, the movie almost didn't get released with that song in it. And that's an iconic song, you know? Apparently, they almost cut it just because at a test screening, a kid spilled popcorn as the song played, and then the executives thought that more slow songs wouldn't do as well with kids, and that was such, yeah, I don't know what to think. Like, I'm shook. And I'm happy that that did not happen because that song is iconic. I mean, imagine this song not existing. You can't because it's not possible. Here she is quickly in the cardboard. By the way, these backgrounds, really cute. Let's get her snipped out. Okay, and here is Princess Ariel. Wow, her head moves way easier. By the way, her hair is nice. It's not, you know, she has a little bit of bald spots here, but it's okay. It's okay. It's disguised very well with the red painted scalp. I don't know why, but these parts were tied for some reason. I don't know what's going on here, girl. Let me just, there we go. That's much better. And up you go. Come on. There we go, girl. And here she is looking way better. Let's take a closer look at her face. So again, not much makeup, same lip color, same blush. Her crown is a new molded crown. She has a little seashell on top here. Her crown is so pretty, but in purple, sparkly, translucent, moving to her top. Really nicely molded sleeves here. I love how they droop. It just feels very organic how they kind of fall. She has some straps at the top here, some little wavy details right here, and then she has a seashell little emblem here in purple. She has some sparkly details here colored in, and here is her shimmery top. Her back, not much going on actually, kind of shocking because the other girls had a lot of detail in the back. But yeah, she doesn't. She has some added molding here at the bottom. And then her skirt is the same material as all the other skirts. And the shimmer is actually not too bad. It's not shedding too much. And then here are her shoes. Wow, so pretty. They kind of look like seashells and pearls. She has a lot of inspired detailing here. Her shoes are molded in kind of turquoise blue. Look at that, so nice. They're sparkly translucent. Also, I don't know why, but in camera, she looks much more blue. In real life, she has more of a green tint. So she's not that blue. She's more green in real life. Honestly, so cute. And now let's get to the conclusion of this video. And here we have our 4 girls from the golden era here. Honestly, let's get the elephant out of the room. A lot of white girls. It's really shocking. The first princesses really did not have much inclusivity. They were basically all white. Even Ariel, even if she's supposed to be, her movie's supposed to be taking in the Mediterranean Sea, you know, like it's supposed to be exotic, but still, like she's still like a white girl with red hair. But at least they didn't give her blonde hair, you know, at least they gave her red hair. And her original dress was pink, like I said, and she has pink, and I do think that changes they made were fitting. And I'm really glad that Disney has improved with inclusivity and diversity, because I mean, if all the dolls kept looking like this, it would have been very boring very quickly. But yeah, I think overall I love these 4 so much. Again, I didn't want these because they're expensive or because they have good quality. I wanted these because I just loved how simple and cohesive they all looked. And I just could not resist these tops. They just looked so intriguing to me. And I do think it's a very cute look. I also just really enjoy how their face-ups are all very kind of more cartoonish than the actual movie. And I'm okay with that because it actually kind of fits the style. And overall, I'm really satisfied with the result here. I had very low expectations, but I think that turned out for the best. They don't feel as cheap as I thought they would. The only thing I wish they would have done is give Cinderella a choker and painted her hands blue to make her have gloves, because that is a signature part of her look. They have painted her gloves on before in series past, so it's weird to me they didn't do that again. I mean, it's really just paint. They could have done that, but they didn't. But otherwise, I think so pretty, so cute. And like, if you want to get these, I say go for it, because you're getting what you see. And I think for a good price, these are definitely worth it if you are a Disney Princess collector. But you guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you did. Be sure to leave any thoughts or questions you may have down below. Let me know what you thought. I hope you liked this new format of video, this new setting I have for reviews. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on the upcoming next reviews I have on the rest of the Disney princesses here. Stay safe, be kind. I hope to see you next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.